Welcome to Before the Council, a reading of the Revere City Council agenda. For the meeting of Monday, June 8th, 2015, there are 16 items on the agenda this week. Coverage is scheduled to begin at 5:15 p.m. with the Economic Development Subcommittee, chaired by Councillor Robert J. Hass, Jr. Also on the committee, Councillor Brian Amerigo, Councillor Arthur F. Guanasso, Councillor Ira Novoselsky, and Councillor Anthony T. Zambuto. They are scheduled to consider the following item. Pursuant to Council Order 15-119, this is regarding a motion presented by Councilors Arrigo, Janino, Morbido, and Hass that the mayor draft a letter to Win MA LLC requesting the following: a job fair exclusively for Revere residents, a vendor fair exclusively for Revere businesses, and that a meeting be scheduled to discuss a mitigation package to compensate the city of Revere for the various impacts the Win MA LLC Casino in Everett will have on the residents of Revere. This meeting may not be open to the public due to a communication received from the mayor dated June 4th, and which is calendar item number 13 on the agenda this week. Dear City Council, I've been advised by the city's legal counsel that any discussion of motion 15-119 by the full City Council or any of its subcommittees must take place in executive session in accordance with Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 21A3, in order to protect the city's litigation position. Based on advice of counsel, the city's staff and attorneys are not authorized to discuss motion number 15-119 before the City Council or any of its subcommittees in open session. Sincerely, Daniel Rizzo, Mayor. At 5:30, we have the Zoning Subcommittee, chaired by Councillor Stephen Reardon, along with Councillor Arthur F. Guanasso, Councillor Ira Novoselsky, and Councillor Anthony T. Zambuto. The committee will consider the following application. Pursuant to Council Order C-15-01, Flight Car of San Francisco, California, is seeking permission from the Revere City Council to operate a rental car service at number 85 American Legion Highway in Revere, which is located within the TED District. The operation of a rental car service is allowed only by special permit within the TED District. At 6 p.m., we move on to the Revere City Council meeting, which begins with a salute to the flag, the roll call of members, and the approval of the journal of the meeting held on June 1st, 2015. Then it's on to calendar item number 1. The City Council George V. Colella Academic Awards will be awarded to the top-performing 5th and 8th graders in the city of Revere. Calendar item number 2. Pursuant to Council Order 15-122, Ms. Kitty Bowman from MGH will be presented a certificate of commendation in recognition of her retirement as the Director of Revere Cares. Calendar item number 3, pursuant to Council Order 12-022, this is a joint meeting of the utility companies to discuss double polls. Calendar item number 4 is the Economic Development Subcommittee report. Calendar item number 5 is the Zoning Committee report. Calendar item number 6. This is a communication from the mayor relative to reappointments to various boards and commissions dated June 3rd, 2015. Dear City Council, I would ask that you consider the following reappointments: to the Revere Resident Monitoring Committee, Mr. Richard Petty of Medford, Massachusetts; to the Zoning Board of Appeals, Mr. Michael Tucker of Revere, Massachusetts; to the Historical Commission, Mr. Justin Capodalupo of Revere, Massachusetts; Mr. Jeffrey Perlman of Salem, Massachusetts; and Ms. Rose Napolitano of Revere, Massachusetts. Thank you for your consideration in this matter. Very truly yours, Daniel Rizzo, Mayor. Calendar item number 7. This is a communication from the Chief of Police relative to the Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant Program. That's the JAG program for fiscal year 2015, local solicitation, dated May 19th, 2015. It's addressed to the city clerk, Ms. Melnick. This is a request by the Revere Police Department to include on the City Council agenda for the June 8th, 2015 meeting, notification that the City of Revere Police Department will be applying by June 26, 2015 for the fiscal year 2015 Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant Program, local solicitation in the amount of $21,033. This funding will be used to maintain a part-time community resource coordinator position and to purchase community outreach educational items. The application for this grant will be available for review at the Office of the Chief of Police, 400 Revere Beach Parkway in Revere. If you have any questions, please contact me. Thank you. And it's signed sincerely, Joseph A. Caffarelli, the Revere Chief of Police. Calendar item number 8. This is a communication from Mr. Nicholas Brewer relative to constructing a memorial square for Mr. William A. Lanza at the corner of Ann Road and Malden Street, dated May 28, 2015. Dear Honorable City Council, I have received a request from the family of William A. Lanza to have a memorial square designated in his honor. They requested a memorial square at the corner of Ann Road and Malden Street. Sergeant Lanza was an aerial gunner on a B-25 bomber and on his 28th mission. His plane was shot down over Italy on May 6, 1944. He was assisted by Italian partisans and was liberated by British troops on July 27, 1944. It would be fitting to have a memorial square to honor one of Revere's heroes. A copy of his DD-214 is on file in this office. Thank you for your immediate attention. Sincerely, Nicholas Brewer, the Director of Revere Veterans Services. Calendar item number 9. This is a communication from the mayor relative to a loan order for CWSRF planning project number 3956 in the amount of $1.7 million for the SSES Phase 7 investigations. There are 4 such requests for loan orders. Each communication is almost the same, with 1 or 2 paragraphs changed because of the different loan order. So the one on calendar item number 9, we will read in full. Dear Council members, dated May 28, 2015, I am writing to request a public hearing for 1 new loan order for borrowing under the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection's, Mass DEP's, calendar year 2015 Clean Water State Revolving Fund, CWSRF. The CWSRF was established to provide low-cost funding mechanism to assist municipalities in complying with federal and state water quality requirements. In this round, the city is seeking to borrow funding for planning of the following project. CWSRF Planning Project number 3956, $1.7 million for the SSES Phase 7 investigations. This CWSRF loan received initial approval by the DEP. As was the case last year, in order to take advantage of these 2% low-interest loans and potential principal forgiveness again this year, the city must complete 2 steps. First, approve a resolution expressly authorizing the mayor to fill all applications and execute documents necessary for the loans, and second, approve loan orders for the balance of each project. The City Council should recognize that these significant borrowings within the city's Water and Sewer Enterprise Fund will likely be a regular annual event during the course of the next decade. The planning work proposed with this new fund, as well as similar work necessary in future years, will be required commitments of the city's consent decree with the United States Department of Justice to remedy historic violations of the Federal Clean Water Act. Specifically, the work proposed under the CY 2015 CWSRF funding will accomplish the following. The $1.7 million in planning funds will be utilized to investigate SSES in further required areas within the City of Revere sewer system. I ask that the City Council approve the resolutions and move this loan order to a public hearing at its earliest opportunity. In advance of the public hearing, I will arrange for the city's consultant, CDM Smith, to provide the City Council with an update on the status of the previous and ongoing work completed within our sewer and stormwater systems to meet the demands of the EPA, the United States Justice Department, and the consent decree. This background should assist the Council as it deliberates on this most recent funding request. Very truly yours, Daniel Rizzo, Mayor. Calendar item number 10. This is a communication from the Mayor relative to a loan order for CWSRF Planning Project number 3957 in the amount of $800,000 for illicit discharge detection and elimination planning and inspections. And specifically, the work proposed under the CY 2015 CWSRF funding will accomplish the following. The $800,000 in planning funds will be utilized for two categories of work. One, to investigate and eliminate illicit discharge connections, and two, to continue to develop and implement a house-to-house inspection program for the purpose of identifying sump pumps for removal or redirection. Calendar item number 11. This is a communication from the mayor relative to a loan order for CWSRF construction project number 3958 in the amount of $13,450,000 for construction of stormwater and wastewater collection systems capital improvements. Specifically, the work proposed under the CY 2015 CWSRF funding will accomplish the following. The $13.45 million in construction funds will be utilized for three categories of work. One, to rehabilitate sewer pipelines and manholes to reduce inflow into the wastewater system. Two, to rehabilitate storm drains to improve flood control and/or to reduce the amount of stormwater entering the wastewater system. And three, to complete the capital improvements to stormwater and wastewater pump stations throughout the city. Calendar item number 12. This is a communication from the mayor relative to a loan order for CWSRF construction project number 3959 in the amount of $2.9 million for construction associated with illicit connection removals. Specifically, the work proposed under CY 2015 CWSRF funding will accomplish the following. The $2.9 million in construction funds will be utilized for two categories of work. One, to remove and redirect sources of illicit connections to the sewer system, and two, to extend drains as necessary to remove illicit connections to the sewer system. Calendar item number 13. This was taken care of when we read of the Economic Development Committee meeting. This is the communication from the mayor advising the City Council that discussion relative to Council Order 15-119 must take place in executive session. Calendar item number 14. This is a communication from the mayor relative to the reappointment of Mr. Vincent Carbone, Saugus, Massachusetts, as a constable, dated June 4th. Dear council members, I am hereby requesting the City Council's confirmation of Mr. Vincent Carbone of Saugus, Massachusetts, as a constable for the City of Revere. In accordance with the provisions of Chapter 41, Section 91 of the Massachusetts General Laws, this reappointment is granted for a period of 3 years unless sooner revoked by the mayor, the chief of police, or the Honorable City Council. Mr. Carbone has been advised that the appointment subcommittee will be contacting him shortly with a date and time to appear before them concerning this reappointment. Very truly yours, Daniel Rizzo, Mayor. Calendar item number 15. This is a communication from the mayor relative to the appointment of Linskey Excavating Company of Salem, Massachusetts, as a licensed drain layer, dated June 4th, 2015. Dear council members, please be advised that in accordance with the provisions of Title 13, Chapter 13.08, Section 13.08.435 of the revised ordinances of the City of Revere, as most recently amended, I hereby request that Linskey Excavating Company of Salem, Massachusetts, be appointed as a licensed drain layer. Please take careful notice that all drain layer licenses expire on April 1st annually, unless sooner revoked by the mayor and the council. Mr. William Linskey has been advised that he will be contacted directly by the appointment subcommittee with a date and time to appear before them concerning this appointment. Very truly yours, Daniel Rizzo, Mayor of the City of Revere. Calendar item number 16. This is a motion pursuant to Council Order 15-123 presented by Councilors Morabito, Janino, Arrigo, and Novoselsky, that the City Council draft an ordinance designating public parks as alcohol, tobacco, drug, and weapon-free. The purpose of this ordinance is to ensure that the city's parks are a clean and healthy recreational space for all residents to enjoy. And this has been before the council. A reading of the Revere City Council agenda for the meeting of Monday, June 8th, 2015. I'm Rick Promise, and I'll see you at the council.